All right, welcome back, everyone. Let's take a look at where we're at. I think we're going to do something a little different today, just so that we can have something to compare what we're doing against. So here we are looking at where we're starting the week here. We have $409 invested in MGK. We have $9.54. That's a 2%, 2.3% gain. Cool. I like that. I think I'd be totally happy doing the boring step that I've done in the last several episodes, which is just adding to this position. But just so that we can have something to compare it against and also talk about allocation, asset allocation, let's do something a little bit different today. We have the $100 ready to invest. We basically have $400 in. Now we're going to have $500 in. So this last $100 represents about 20% of the total investment. I'm okay with doing something different with about 20% off of my main strategy. MGK remains the main strategy. Next week, next time, I'm probably going to add back to MGK again because that's my main strategy. But let's take a look at something that's probably missing, and maybe some other investors that have taken a look at this will say, what you got in MGK, you got those tech companies, Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia. There's some consumer cyclicals in here, communication services as well. Looks like a little bit of healthcare and a little bit of financial services. Now, financial services tend to do really well in the markets. We can think about that for a second. The people that are in the money business tend to know how to make money. I agree with that. I think these big tech companies get a lot of attention. They have a lot of growth potential. But banks, financial services companies, brokers, they make money off of everybody. Sometimes just fractions of a penny and things like that. But they're also providing loans, and they're collecting interest on loans. They have certain advantages that the regular person doesn't have in the ability to conjure up value in money and be able to loan things out. So in any case, we're going to take a look at an ETF that is a bunch of regional banks. Why am I picking this one's IAT is the ticker here. Why am I picking this? Well, one reason is it's less than $50 a share, so I like the idea that I can get 2 shares of it. That's kind of a stupid reason, but that's one reason up front that I'm bringing to the table is I want to come at the table with about 2 shares of this, which is what we're probably going to do. What is it? It's all financial services, 100%. So actually, this is a pretty good balancing of what I already have. With MGK, that's mostly tech companies, that's 80%. This is going to represent 20%. That's probably too much. I probably want this to represent maybe 10% going forward. But we'll talk about allocations and rebalancing our portfolios in a future episode. But this will give us a chance to do that because we'll have more than one thing invested. And I'm not counting that $5, $6 of Amazon that we have because it's really not much to work with. But why regional banks? Well, my feeling is you might get a little bit more value. And it's also opposite or different than what we have right now. What we have right now is really big companies, tech companies, but really big companies. These are medium companies compared to the big banks, right? So it's U.S. Bank, PNC, Truist, which runs a lot of the credit card processing, I believe, Fifth Third Bank, M&T. You probably know one or more of these banks in your area if you're in the United States, but maybe not all of them because they are regional. But it's, again, a good spread, right? We're getting U.S. Bank, PNC, and Truist. That's going to make up about 35-40% of the portfolio, and then these other banks are going to represent the rest. All right, so let's just do it. Let's get into it. We're going to buy in dollars. We're going to put all $100 in. It's going to get us just over 2 shares. We shall review. We shall buy. We have done it. Excellent. Hey, look, we're up 4 cents already. We're already in the green there. We're already on the move. All right, so now let's just take a look then at where we stand with everything. This should pop up under stocks here in just a moment. Give it a chance to refresh. But now we're in for $500 we've put in. $6 is about that Amazon free money that we were given. $6 is gains in MGK. And well, I guess it's not loading just yet, but we'll give it another minute. But we're in. We did it. And now we can compare what's going on in MGK with what's going on in IAT, and then make some value judgments off of that. I was already doing this a little bit in the back of my mind. I was already comparing what we were doing against some other funds, but I wasn't showing it here. So now I get a chance to really look at a couple of different things. And let me know in the comments what you think. Was this a good choice? Was this a bad choice? Does it make sense? And then we'll take it from here. I think the next move will probably be still adding to MGK, but we could also, if we wanted to, for example, keep this allocation at 80% MGK, 20% IAT. What we could do next week or next time we're going to add $100, put 80 into MGK, put 20 into IAT, and then we keep that exact ratio, 80% in one, 20% in the other. In a future episode, I said we'll talk about allocation ratios, why we might want to do that. A lot of investment books will tell you to pick 3 funds, and hey, now we're 2/3 of the way there, right? All right, I think I'm going to leave it here, and I'll check back in throughout the week, see where we are. We're almost at the month's end. We'll do another roundup there at the end of the month, see where we are after 30 days, and then we'll keep going, keep forward on this adventure. Thanks for your interest and spending time here. Let me know what you think in the comments. We'll see you next time.